Have you here in today's video? I have two profitable Amazon KDP keywords to share with you to help you create your low content books to help you make profit online using Amazon KDP self-publishing platform. So let's get started with the first keyword. And before we get started, I just have a quick reminder for you. We do daily videos here on the channel talking about Amazon profitable keywords as well as ways to earn money online using print on demand such as Redbubble, TeePublic, also writing to make money online using medium.com and vocal media. So if it's something that you're interested in, subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon in order to be informed on all our new videos. And in the description box below, there will be 2 free trials for you to take advantage of. A 30-day free trial for Creative Fabric All Access and a 30-day free trial for Canva Pro. Now let's get started having a look at the first keyword for today's video, and it is a profitable keyword that's been analyzed using 4 Chrome extensions. Mainly we're relying on the top 2. The keyword is activity book for kids ages 4 to 8, coloring, mazes, ... puzzles. This is the full long tail keyword. It has a keyword niche score of 38. I like that keyword niche score. It's pretty good for this long tail detailed keyword. The total results are under 1,000. They are 686, which is ideal. And also the average bestseller rank is under 300,000. And it's currently sitting at 259,812, which is good to see. The average reviews are 805 and the average price is $7.21. Now because of the profitability metrics that I'm happy with over here, we're going to go ahead and ignore the number 5 given by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension because it doesn't match the data that we have here. I mostly rely on self-publishing titans. If Amazon Pro gave me a good keyword niche score, then I would also match it with the data that we have, but mostly rely on self-publishing titans because of this beautiful metrics that we have. The total results under 1,000, ideally best seller rank average under 300,000 and a good price as well. So what you're doing here, you're creating a mega activity book that's aimed for kids that are aged between 4 to 8 years old, and it contains coloring, mazes, ... and puzzles. So preferably you want it to be a large print, 8.5 times 11 inches. You would prefer also need it to have a mix of different activities, such as the ones that are listed right over here as well. Coloring sheets, mazes, ... puzzles, and so forth. Of course, if you can add more different types of activity sheets in there, the better it is. If you could also add some solutions to some of the mazes and some of the puzzles and the word searches as well at the end of the book, that would also be good as well. Another thing is it's completely up to you whether you would like to niche down based on whether you're creating it for boys, for girls, because it's not telling us in the keyword. So you're open to even niche down further and then use this keyword as either your title, your subtitle, or as one of the 7 keyword slots, because it is quite profitable as well. So just one of the choices you have to include them. Apart from that, you could also have a look at the books that are under this section right over here. I would avoid looking at the top 4 because they're always sponsored, so there are ads running. For example, this is a truck activity book for kids ages 4 to 8. This is actually a keyword that we can go ahead and check out as a bonus keyword to see its profitability live. This is also a robo activity book for kids ages 4 to 8, but there's the exact keyword, the main one, activity book for kids ages 4 to 8, is not mentioned in the title or in the subtitle, but they've included it in the 7 keyword slots. This is why we're getting these books to show up for this keyword, and that's actually a good tactic. So if you have any activity books that are for children aged 4 to 8 currently in your library, you might want to go ahead and update the 7 keyword slots to match, include this keyword as one of the keyword slots for your activity books to get it ranking for this keyword if you do not yet have done this. So really good selection of books right over here. Remember, 8.5 times 11 inches, large print, include a really engaging cover, and also the solution sections as well would be ideal. So any sort of activity book would be ideal to include this keyword in the 7 keyword slots, or in the title or subtitle as well. Another thing is to go ahead and look at the top 2 books that you find, apart from the ones that are sponsored. Don't look at these. Have a look at the top 2, top 3 books. Have a look at the categories that they're currently ranking in. For example, this one is ranking in children's art techniques, children's spine, chilling horror, and children's coloring books, and that's something that maybe that you'll be able to choose ideally. Also, have a look at the reviews, the review section, the interior. Don't copy and paste, but have a look at the interior, see what kind of things you'll be able to also include as well. The second keyword for the day is shark coloring and activity book for kids ages 4 to 8 years old, and it has a keyword niche score of 37 by self-publishing titans, and the total results under 1,000, which is ideal, and the total results are 382. The average bestseller rank is under 300,000, which is good to see. It is an average of 152,638, and the average reviews are a whooping 1,711. The average price is $5.38, and also we have a really strong keyword niche score by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, which gave us a number 8, categorizing this keyword as a nice niche. Now, number 9 is the highest when it comes to the scale of the keyword niche score that Amazon Scout Pro can provide us with. So I'm personally happy with the number 8, and I feel like it beautifully complements all this data over here, and I would rather stick with number 8 rather than 37 given by self-publishing titans, just because of the total results being under 1,000, the average bestseller rank being ideally under 300,000 and way below. So I'm quite happy with that. This is a profitable keyword, and this is something that you could also easily create using a large print size book, 8.5 times 11 inches. It would be around the theme of sharks, and it will be a combination of shark coloring sheets as well as activity sheets as well. So you can include a word search, mazes, puzzles. You could have all kinds of different activities that are for children aged between 4 and 8 years old. I would also add in an educational twist that we could not previously add that educational twist in the previous keyword, because the previous keyword was, even though it was a long tail, it was more general. So it wasn't specifically towards either an animal or a character or a theme. So it was a more general one, a mega one. But this one, because we're talking about sharks, we can add in that extra value right over here inside the sheets and add in some fun facts, either a sheet or 2 that's dedicated to some fun facts about sharks, the life cycle of sharks, or we can scatter these all around, offering some fun facts in each page or each 2-3 pages about sharks, about the wildlife. Anything to do with the shark and sea life theme would be ideal, and I'm very sure that the caregivers, the parents, the grandparents who are purchasing the activity and coloring book would really appreciate that educational element in there as well. Also, quantity does play a role, so the more you're able to offer, the more coloring and activity sheets that you're able to offer in the contents of the interior, the better it is, because it gives that added perceived value. So I try to opt for 50, 60, even 100 coloring sheets or more in your interior to keep these 4 to 8 year olds busy with all sorts of lovely activities. Now let's quickly head over to Creative Fabrica, and I want to see anything to do with sharks. So let's go sharks coloring. That's it, sharks coloring, and then we'll filter out according to KDP interiors or coloring sheets. And here we have these coloring sheets right over here. Now you don't want to opt for anything like this, too much detail, too much shadow work, because it is not designed for children that are 4 to 8. Also, beware to stay away from any sort of like mandala style. You want to keep it simple. Either something like that would be ideal, or something like this, but add in some extra elements in there as well, because this is too basic for a 8-year-old, for a 7-year-old. So I would opt for something like this. Also add in this as well. This is more sophisticated, full of different activities about ocean animals. So maybe if you have the all access 30-day free trial, you can take advantage of this one, for example, which includes 130 pages. But beware, because not all these sheets are about sharks. There's also about other kinds of sea animals, such as octopus, crabs, these kind of stuff. So you want to filter only the activity sheets and the coloring sheets that are about sharks, because you want to stick to your word. You want to include that thing. Another thing that you could do when you are creating a coloring and activity book about sharks is you might want to add in a children's story, such as like create a children's story about sharks. For example, this, a fun children's story about the life of sharks, follow a character, that kind of thing, and then add in, create a second part, which would be that coloring and activity book. So there would be that children's story, and then series number 2 would be the actual book to do with the coloring and the activities as well. So then there would be like a consistency of the characters, a consistency of the same illustrations as well. And then that would also be fun, and people would buy your storybook, and then they would buy that part 2, which is the activity and coloring book as well. Now, if you want me to research more children's storybook related profitable keywords, do let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm reading all your comments. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm also placing all your video recommendations and ideas on a list, and I am handling them one by one, talking about different profitable keywords that you have personally requested from me. So please do continue with that. So let's go to shark activity. We want to see if there's anything to do with specifically shark activity books. So right over here we have more coloring pages over there, but we're specifically looking for activity sheets about shark. Alternatively, you could also go to this one, or you could also have a look at that, because this is a specific shark activity book, and this is a perfect example. It's a shark activity book that contains 170 pages, everything from a maze to a dot marker to a crossword, a puzzle, a color in by the number also. So highly recommended you check this out. Just make sure you change it around, upload it as a PDF to, for example, an editing software such as Canva, and then change around the elements, change the font, add in some fun facts here and there to keep the children engaged, keep them educated as well on the beautiful world of sharks. So we've talked about the 2 profitable keywords for today's video, starting with activity book for kids ages 4 to 8, coloring, mazes, dot and puzzles. Has a keyword niche score of 38 and a total results of 686. And finally, shark coloring and activity book for kids ages 4 to 8 years old, and I have a keyword niche score of number 8 by Amazon Scout Pro. Beautiful analytics section right over here, all indicating profitability. I wish you all the best in your Amazon KDP businesses. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.